Well, I'm Roy S. Roberts, and I'm retired Group Vice President of General Motors Corporation, where I was in charge of marketing, sales, and service for North America, Mexico, and Canada, with about 10,000 car dealers, and I was responsible for every marketing division of General Motors, with about a $3 billion promotional budget, $3.2 billion advertising budget, second largest in the world, and also about in excess of $125 billion annual revenue. Since retiring from General Motors, I was co-founder of Reliant Equity Investors. It's a private equity firm. We're Chicago-based, and that's going in the right direction. Well, it's pretty broad. I'm responsible today in Reliant Equity Investors for acquiring companies, and I'm involved in every one of those decisions, growing the companies, selecting management teams to run the respective companies, and then the divestors of the companies. So it's very broad. It's a great experience because we get to look at a number of companies. We looked at 1,200 companies 2 years ago to acquire one. Well, interestingly, my father raised 10 children. My mother died when I was 2.5 years old. He moved to Muskegon when I was about 4 years old. So he's our hero. I went to Frebel. I went to Angel Junior High and then Muskegon Senior High. It was a great experience for me because I met some really wonderful people at Muskegon Senior High. And I think it was a time where I really formulated a lot of things that were important to me in terms of competitive spirit when I played football or making friends and developing relationships. I saw people who were achievers and some people who were not as successful as others. And I started to formulate what was really important to me. Playing football was important. I had some great coaches, some great teachers. Mrs. Winger, I'll never forget as long as I live. She taught English. As a matter of fact, her son was in our graduating class, and she was an outstanding teacher that taught me a lot. After high school, I really wanted to be a coach or a teacher. That was my world. I didn't know many professions beyond that. And those were the people that I liked and respected and knew about. But I went to work for Lear Siegler. I got married right away, so I went to work for Lear Siegler Avionics Company in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And while working there, I really became enamored with the business world and the things that I could do. And I was a pretty quick study, and all the engineers that wanted to develop a new product, they all came to me to build the new prototypes and everything. It was clear to me early on that I had talent, but it was also clear to me that I didn't have a degree and I needed to go to school. So I started commuting from Grand Rapids, Michigan to Kalamazoo to get a degree. I'd get up in the morning at 6, leave for school at 7, arrive there at 8, go to school until 2 in the afternoon, arrive back at work at 3, and work until 12, 1, 2 o'clock at night. And it forced me to work harder because every job I had for 40 years, I was the first African American to have it in this nation. I don't believe for 1 minute that I was the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I do believe that I was one of the hardest working persons that you'd ever want to meet. Well, I'm so sorry that I couldn't be there today. I wanted to be there so bad because I think your title is so apropos, raised in Muskegon. I was raised in Muskegon, and I have great respect for that. And the young people, the thing I'd want them to know is it's not just so much where you've come from, it's where you want to go. And you have opportunity that's incredible. You look at the economy now and the downturn we've gone through the last 2.5 years, the world is not always going to be that way. This thing is going to change. It's going to improve. It's going to get better. And there's going to be a ton of opportunity for young people. The young people need to know that they're going to compete with people they have never seen, will never see, and they have to be the best in the world because these people they're competing against are absolutely well-trained and would like to eat our breakfast, our lunch, and our dinner. So I say to young people, when you have a course that you think is difficult, don't run away from it. Don't shy away from it. Don't look for the easy way out. Rush to it. Be the very best that you can be at what you do. When I grew up, quite honestly, there were some companies that needed strong backs. They don't need strong backs anymore. They need strong minds. And we got to make sure that our young people have strong minds and can compete in this environment that we're living in today. I think I know what winning and losing is all about. I think I know what culture is all about. I think I know what it means to be good human beings. And it's a part of me. I'm ingrained with that. When I grew up in Muskegon, and when I walked past a Cub Scout meeting one night, I was 8 years old, and I saw the beautiful uniforms that the kids had. I assumed, because we were very poor, that we couldn't afford one. So I didn't ask to become a Cub Scout or a Boy Scout. So I'm the first person to become president of the Boy Scouts that was not a Boy Scout. I'm proud of that, but I've been involved for 40 years. I believe strongly that my father taught me, you have to give forward or you have to give back, but you got to give.